Now, these three simple words, these are the words that dictate all life on this planet. They govern all life on this planet. And these three words are be, do, have. Three simple words, you use them every single day in your life, but these three words are pivotal to you achieving the success that you've been looking for. Now, here's the thing. Our entire lives, our teachers have told us this, our parents have told us that if you want better results, you have to work harder, right? But who here has ever found that the answer to getting better output is just working harder, just work harder, just work more hours? Unmute yourself and say yes or no if that is actually the case. Has that been the case for you? Yes or no? Unmute yourself.
No.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. So why is everyone telling us this then? It's because these three words are fundamentally misunderstood, right? So the reality is that B is the input. Now, having is the output. We want to have more stuff. We want to have more free time. We want to have a successful business. We want to have more status. We want to be known as the best attorney in our market. We want to have more clients, right? But you can't have anything. You can't have the proper output if you don't have the proper input. So if you want a better output, you must first focus on the input. And that is why we're going to talk about Be Do Have today, because it is so important. Because a lot of times people come to these events and they just want the tactics. They just want the tactics. Hey, Andy, how do I film videos? What should I film videos on? How do I do my website? How do I get reviews? How do I do this? How do I do that? But the reality is that unless you are the type of person, unless you become the type of person who actually does the tactics, then you can't have the things that the tactics require. Who here has ever tried to start something new and it just didn't work out? Maybe you wanted to lose weight, or you wanted to lose weight, you want to quit smoking, you want to start exercising, and you know what to do, right? Let's say you want to lose weight. Who here, unmute yourself and say me, if you know exactly what to do to lose weight? Unmute yourself and say me if you know that.
Me.
Okay. And I'm the same way. Everyone knows eat less, exercise more, right? It's like the simplest equation. It's actually 3 steps. There's 2 steps instead of 3 of what I'm showing you right now. However, why do so many people struggle with weight loss over and over and over and over and over again? It's because they're not the type of person, they don't become the type of person that does the things, which is exercise and work out, so that they can have what they want, which is better health and better, and they're more attractive and they live longer and they have a better lifestyle, right? So that's why this is so important, because so many people are looking for the do. So many people are looking for the tactics, but they're missing the big picture. They're missing the B, right? So there's an A-list actor that, it's funny, I really relate to this guy because I get confused with him all the time. His name is Matthew McConaughey, right? And Matthew McConaughey was always known as the guy on the beach, running down with his shirt off, and it's funny because, I'd be at the beach and people are like, hey, aren't you Matthew McConaughey? I'd be like, no, I'm Andy Stickel. I'm the lawyer marketing guy. And I can't hear you guys laughing. I know you guys are laughing. I'm sure you are. But Matthew McConaughey, I heard this really, really cool story about Matthew McConaughey because he was always known as the guy on the beach, right? Unmute yourself and tell me Matthew McConaughey's slogan or his tagline. I want to hear it.
All right.
That was Matthew McConaughey from like 1992, whenever he made Dazed and Confused, until this one pivotal period of his career. He was the guy running on the beach with his shirt off. And he made a lot of money as the guy running on the beach with his shirt off. But you know what's interesting? For Matthew McConaughey, just like myself and just like many of you out there, money was not what drove him, and money was not what fulfilled him. Unmute yourself and say me if you're not doing this just for the money. If you're not doing this just to make a ton of money, you want more, you want to make impact, and you want to have bigger purpose.
Me.
Just 3 of you. How many other people? Say me if you really think that that's true. If you're not doing this just for the money.
Me.
Well, Matthew McConaughey wasn't either. And he said, you know what? I am the guy who's always running down the beach with his shirt off, right? That's what I've been for so many years. But I don't want to do that anymore. I want to get into more serious roles. I want to actually maybe even have a chance in an Academy Award. So what did he do? He said, I am no longer going to be the guy who runs on the beach with his shirt off. And he called his agent, he called his accountant, he called everybody and said, listen, I'm done. I'm not doing these movies anymore. Do not send me another movie. Do not send me another script that involves me running down the beach with my shirt off because I'm not doing them. For 6 months, Matthew McConaughey did not work. He got scripts, but he said no. And he just figured at some point they're just going to send me all this stuff. He actually got a script. They offered him $6.5 million. Unmute yourself and say, wow, if you would kill for $6.5 million to act in a movie.
Wow.
Wow.
That's crazy, right? He said no. They came back to him, $8.5 million. Nah, still not. They came back to him again, $10 million. No. And then they came back one more time, $14.5 million. And he'll admit, that script he read, he said, send me the script again. I'm going to read it again. You know? And he even said, that script, it was actually written a little better this time. Even the script didn't change. But before, it was about $8 million better than before. But he stuck with his guns. He said, I am not the guy who runs down the beach with his shirt off anymore. I am an Academy Award-winning actor. And he said no, and he turned it down. That is when Hollywood knew he was serious, and that was when Matthew McConaughey knew he was serious. And what happened? After that, he got another script. It was called Dallas Buyers Club, and he won the Academy Award for Best Leading Actor, right? But had he not changed who he was fundamentally, had he not said, I am not the guy who runs on the beach with his shirt off, what does the guy who, what does it mean? Okay, so if you're the guy who runs on the beach with your shirt off, unmute yourself and tell me, what does that mean you do? What do you do if you're
the crowd?
Work out.
Yeah, you please the crowd. You please the crowd. You just stay right. But
for the crowd.
if you say I'm not the guy who makes those stupid rom-coms anymore, right? If I'm the type of person who's a serious actor, I don't make rom-coms anymore. The number one thing I don't do is I don't make rom-coms. It's like if you say I'm not a smoker anymore. What's the number one thing that smokers don't do? There's one thing that all smokers don't do, all non-smokers. You say I'm not a smoker. What's the number one thing that non-smokers do? Don't do.
They don't smoke.
They don't smoke. Exactly. That's the one thing they all have in common, right? So he had to become the new person. He had to prove to himself, he had to prove to everyone that he was the new person who doesn't do the thing, and as a result, he was in True Detective, which was absolutely amazing. He was in Dallas Buyers Club, which is a fantastic movie, and he's winning awards, and now he's taken seriously as an actor. But had he not changed the input, had the input not changed, the output could never have changed. Are you guys getting this? Unmute yourself and say yes if this is making sense. If you're getting this, why the identity is so important.
Yes.
Because everybody wants to transform their half. Everybody wants to have more things. Everybody wants a more successful law firm. Everybody wants more money, more free time, more time with their kids, epic world-class vacations. Everybody wants that, right? And we all know what to do. But why don't we do it? The reason we don't do it is because we've got to become the type of person who actually does the thing.